Hi everyone and welcome for this, I think, 17th edition of the Skytear Sundays Kingdom of the Dome. This week, King of Jokes is defending his title against Mataias, who is the challenger, and I'm with RGCommander to bring you this awesome matchup. How are you, RG?
Good afternoon, Aethusium, and thank you. I'm very well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again, as Aethusium mentioned, to episode number 17. Let's get the game underway. We did do the coin toss before we started the broadcast. Mataias won the coin flip and has decided to grace the cast with the Scourge of Puido.
Yeah, that's
Everything is automatically better.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. We're gonna quickly go through the heroes. So King last week did lose Miyuki, so he won't be able to pick her this week. And I think the cast of the crowd was for him to play Habrat this week.
Correct.
So yeah, he has to bring Habrat, and Miyuki won't be able to be in the roster.
So no Caged Soul today.
Yeah,
and as we do see, Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go on. My bad.
Oh, no, I was going to say, and quickly pulling into the draft here, we do see that Mataias deploying Vorhild immediately, not needing to worry about any leader showdown shenanigans here. So his first choice, bringing Vorhild out onto the field with a very interesting deck lineup, actually representing all colors except yellow. Primarily focused on green cards with green and red. We do have Kotlik, Ishatosk, Vorhild, Yami, Hokusai, Miyuki coming from the challenger, whereas King has elected for pretty much a almost straight yellow team plus a chemo. So 2 assassins on Jokes' team, Yami and Ishatosk as well, going to go for the so-called Yami taxi play, a very strong opening, as Jokes now has to bring Habrat onto the field, bringing him also in the right lane to help push down the right lane breach victory condition for him. And we'll see if he chooses to deploy anything to protect against an assault from Mataias in lane 1 other than Shafathi. Ekrit coming down, and by positioning her there does indicate that we're looking for the relatively popular opening of move Ekrit into the dome, worship with Ekrit, and then wind blast the 2 minions. That will give protection round number 1. With this lineup, I don't think that Jokes needs to worry too much about a trample effect here. Coming at, so we'll be able to stabilize the potential right breach from Mataias while using a Kuti to start pushing down his own, with the Habrat able to start attacking anyone that gets too close.
It's interesting to see. Wait, oh no, sorry, my bad. Yeah. I didn't say anything.
Something could still be interesting, though.
No. I was going to say it's interesting to see Mataias didn't pick Togosai, because I was thinking, like, with the first pick of Vorhild, you kind of have to pick him against Neptune. Then I realized he was actually picked.
Yep, he did deploy Hokusai down in lane number 1. Very, very useful there. Although most of the heroes do have 0 armor by default, so unless they're within range of a Kuti's illusion, the Hokusai burn mark not going to do that much, although it does affect Ekrit naturally. But
yeah,
if King of Jokes does go for a dome brawl, Hokusai is welcome.
That's the thing, is like he's gonna with the tamer on, like, it's gonna be a bit difficult for King to contest the dome while benefiting from Ekuti's illusion, and also, if he doesn't, then Ekrit in the dome is at 0 armor, which is a little bit annoying, because that's basically where she's gonna try to go anyway.
Indeed. And that leaves her very open, because although there are no kill objectives out here, dead heroes can't lead, which makes it more difficult to secure those based objectives if your heroes are sitting on the respawn timer waiting to rejoin the battle.
I mean, there is the tamer kill objective, right?
And so now we've entered the mulligan phase here.
It's not the easiest one, but like, Yami is probably gonna be dealing quite some damage in conjunction with Hokusai. Like, if you put Ekrit in the dome, like, she's at risk of dying very quickly from Yami, Vorhild, and Hokusai together. Like, that's actually a pretty threatening situation for her. And if the tame, and like, yes. I mean, I just want to remind people that Mataiz did choose. He won the coin toss, and he did choose to bring the Scourge as an outsider. The other possible outsider was the classic outsider. So like, it's kind of, I wouldn't say obvious, but it's a little bit obvious that he has in mind to try to reach the Tamer here. And with this composition,
we do see Vorhild.
Yeah, she's gonna move in, lead and worship herself. So she's not gonna be possible to hit, and she's gonna have a pillar, so that like next turn she can actually start dripping people out. And she could actually trigger on the Ishatask pillar if he wants to drop one.
Yes. So the interesting thing here, though, there are 2 heroes with red mana, so it looks like Mataiz is banking on Jokes not having a Release the Spirit, because Release the Spirits would allow either Shafathi or Hogaside to just march right into the dome and start dicing up Vorhild so that we can have some roast pig, or whatever she turns into.
Yeah, Release on Vorhild would be absolutely brutal here. The thing is, you don't have that many chances anymore to see the exact answer you want, since the deck size has increased a bit. So like, if you really want some effect to be sure to see some effect, you need to build in some redundancy in your card pool, and Release the Spirits is one of those cards that do not have many redundancy. Yeah, sure, it removes a condition, there is a lot of cards that do, but it's almost the only card that does so without targeting. And it's the only one that costs only 1 mana. The other option costs 2 mana. It's the Purge and Purify card.
Yes.
You still have to target, but
no one plays that one.
Well, Miyuki can, to some extent, but it's definitely not the best choice anymore, I agree. Like, she's much more comfortable playing Vendetta now.
Oh, so Akuti going for a little bit more of an exposed position here, looks like. On the outer edge, normally we see Akuti tuck herself into the cover hex dome near the the cover hex that is on the perimeter of the dome. But as for now, going to expose herself wide open here, assuming that because Vorhild is already gone, Yami is not going to use her turn to kind of jump on her, but see what happens.
She could, thanks to Ishatask. Like, it's not unlikely that Ishatask would move her into range to jump onto Akuti, but Akuti also has the +1 armor. So.
Well, as we know, Yami does not fear 1 armored people, only 2 armored people. But with the new cards, even 2 armored people, not so terrifying anymore. So we may see something like a Vendetta or a Dance of Death.
Well, I mean, Vendetta and 2 armor is not necessarily that. Like, it's a bit of a gamble, because if you don't damage, you don't get the effect. So with 2 armor, it's highly possible that you actually don't damage.
Well, it's the damaging, not the HP loss, right? So as long as you do something, even if it doesn't go through, it would still add the frenzy and then the +1 attack and the bonuses and so on.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But nevertheless, I agree, it's not the most optimal. But meanwhile, we do see the Ishatask worship going off. Now, of course, remember that although Vorhild's ability triggers with Pillar Within 3, she does have to be able to target the victim of her 1,000 Tiny Fanes. So because she's not able to see Habarat, not able to inflict the 1-point blink damage, but nevertheless, Ishatask coming through here, ready to start bringing the Yami Taxi. Both of those will end adjacent to the removed pillar. One of the diagrams in this amazingly well-written Yami document that we have on skytear.com/guides indicates exactly how you want to do this and how you can end up laying your Yami, and we see exactly what is going on there. Moving Yami now within range of the Akuti for a worship skirmish attack, if Mataiz so chose.
Yeah, and the Vendetta here would be really good. You're right.
All right, 1 minion down there, so seen the worship action. Now Ishatask has 2 options left. I assume one of them will probably be a lead action. The important thing to note, though, is if he wants to move.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Vorhild already led from the deck, from the hand, so it's like.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
If you lead with him, you want to be in the lane, right? You don't want to be in the dome.
Yes. So, and that looks to be the case, or perhaps he's going to attack the minion.
Yeah, he's going to attack the
Moving
minion,
that far over.
which kinda it's a tell that Yami very likely is going to Vendetta, because if you don't attack the minion with him, you probably. I mean, if you don't have the Vendetta, do you really want to put all the Yami's activation on Akuti? Maybe not.
Also, Aethusium, if the chat would mind, if you wouldn't mind, would you be able to zoom in just a few clicks?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
We have an old man in the chat whose eyes have gone bad and not able to see properly.
No. I'm just trying to keep all HP tracks. Well, actually, HP tracks don't matter too much. Something like that would be better.
All right. So
also,
then,
we do have.
All right.
Can you move on King sides? There is some issue with the HUD for who is it? I think it's Secret. Secret is probably not well positioned because we've got Shefati, Habrut, Akuti, and a second Shefati. So I assume the Secret card is not properly positioned.
No, they're all there.
Okay, yeah, no, I have the HP. Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. Yep.
Thanks.
As with many things, just pick it up, put it back down, and it should auto update.
So we see Habrut going next for King. I mean, you could go and hit Yami. It's not going. It's not doing a whole. Well, you could move worship and hit Yami, right? But it's not. It's not going to do a whole lot for you. Except next turn you've got your illusion, so that you can move after killing a minion. It's probably okay. It's not awesome, but it's probably okay.
Yep. Let's see. Moves. All right. So no release the spirits there in
Jones'
hand.
See an attack without the worship. So it's probably going to lead instead, which is actually a good idea. So it's like 5 damage,
like a plus
so
1 on the flip.
4 going through.
Yep.
So Yami goes down to 14.
All right. Not super damaging just yet, but
I mean, it's
a good way to start there.
Yeah, it's a stun.
Oh,
and yeah, we see a lead, which makes much more sense than the illusion actually.
All right, and as you suggested, a lead from the hand there to round the turn off. So now, question becomes: does Hokusai get deployed here, or is Yami going to begin starting on a Yami rampage?
From the hand is actually an interesting choice because, like, do you really? Maybe the idea is like I haven't looked at his deck, but like if he has a lot of free mana, maybe he wants to try to starve his opponents because he might be assuming that his opponents doesn't have a lot of free manas. Otherwise,
so
otherwise you just lead from the deck because like Yami is gonna have a full activation, and like it feels like she might just decide not to lead at all, right?
So Jokes' deck with the current setup has 1 Burning Rage, 2 Chasm, 3 Down to Earth, 1 Espionage, 1 Eye of the Storm, 1 Ice Wall, 1 Lifesteal, 1 Nightmares Incarnate, 3 Presence, 3 Psychic Shield, 1 Quick Shot, 3 Redirect, 3 Release the Spirits, 1 Shattermind, 3 Soul Scream, 1 Sudden Distraction, 3 Time Glitch, 1 Time Warp, 1 Twister of Souls, and 3 Unstoppable, plus the ultimates of his heroes. So maybe didn't want to risk the Psychic Shield on the lead action there, perhaps?
Yeah, but
we do see Yami starting to...
It's not as much a matter of like... Yeah, if you got the Psychic Shield, they're tied. But like, I mean, is it the end of the world? Because... Yeah, it depends what.
Well, it's not the end of the world for Jokes there, but I will say it is going to start being the end of the world here for Habrut, as Yami has played the Dance of Death like we suspected there, giving her, whenever she damages a marked enemy hero, Frenzy, and then if they already have Frenzy, gives her +1 attack. So we saw the Worship, the attack action there with the +2 on the attack action. Now we're going to see the Skirmish there. Ooh, and a +3 flip on the Skirmish, so getting massive value out of this play.
Yeah.
Already down to 9 HP and sliding her way into the dome.
Yeah, that was a really good activation for Yami. I mean, it was pretty obvious from his play with Ishitas that it was highly likely that there was a Dance of Death incoming. Bringing Habrut actually made him a target instead of Akuti somehow. I think otherwise Equity would have taken the damages instead.
Mostly, I assume just because Habrot does a lot more damage.
Yeah.
And so with that off the field, Mataius can just focus on running people down and killing them with the Scourge if Habrot isn't there to counter-kill people.
Yeah, but at the same time, you've got an invasion on board, right? So,
True, you do.
And the right bridge, and that lane with Acuity is the lane of the right bridge, so you might still want to be a bit careful. I'm not sure, like, yeah, it's probably the right move to kill Habrot, because he's the one dealing the biggest amount of damage, and you also have a Shefeti on board, so you might actually want to get rid of one of the 2 damage dealers. But still, I'm not sure that with the win conditions you've got, you're not happier getting rid of a pressure hero.
Now, the interesting question here... actually, never mind. Well, the interesting question here that Jokes could face is what happens if he just worships with Ekrit immediately where she is and then just wind blasts on the line. So you're not going to be able to push Yami nor Vorhild out of the dome.
But you're going to deal some damage, right? Yeah.
You're going to deal some damage, and you're going to get rid of that pillar.
Yeah, it's tempting. It's extremely tempting. I'm not super convinced with the Yami position because of that, but it's also the only hex in which she was sure she wouldn't be pushed out of the dome. But also because Ekrit doesn't have to move for that. She could do that and then move into a lane to influence the lane. And that's actually not super good for Mataius, right? Because indeed King can do exactly what you said, which is like Ekrit worships attack, and then she moves into the first lane just to bring a +1, and then you can send Shefeti, kill a minion, lead, and maybe worship to get the predict on the skirmish for the next turns. So you would do that before you worship actually. Well,
Now,
no, you would move attack and lead. Sorry. No, you
now
would.
The trade-off with that,
I was
going to say, the trade-off with that is if Ekrit doesn't end up in the dome and Mataius gets it, that's almost a guaranteed kill on Habrot because you exchange Yami with the Scourge, you move into the lane, you siphon Habrot down to 4 HP, and then you attack him for 3+2 flips.
Yeah, but
at least a +1 on one of those 2, that's dead Habrot.
Yeah, but the problem is Mataius already has 2 heroes in the dome, right? So he's gonna get it anyway. You don't have the flex, so you won't play prisons.
True. Very
so
true.
You've lost the dome already. I mean, unless we see something like a big mistake and Hogosai is on the side of the dome and by some chance there is a way to push him out, but I don't think that's gonna happen in any way.
Yeah, not likely here, because with now, I agree with what you do as Mataius, in my opinion. You've got Ishatosk there to kind of stabilize lane number 2, because the other thing that's important, invasion doesn't go off until the end of round, which means that even if Jokes manages to get both control tokens against the tower during the minion phase next round, if Mataius wins the dome again, as long as he kills one of Jokes' heroes with the Scourge during that time, he still wins by Tamer. So Tamer will be resolved before invasion. So in this situation, I would have thought he might have used Hogosai to move over and delete Ekrit's armor.
Yeah, which been interesting. Yeah.
Go ahead and then just kill it.
Yeah.
I guess this is a case here.
Yeah,
We're
there
just
is,
gonna
the thing
kill
is
off a
like,
minion.
yeah, it doesn't have Decree of Kurumos because they were on Miyuki, so yeah, no armor reduction at instant speed. So yeah, marking a crit would have been good, but maybe like the thing is like you don't want to kill multiple heroes, right? You just want to finish them with the Tamer. So like starting to put damages into a crit might actually not matter that much for him.
Meanwhile,
you just want to kill Habrot.
Oh, go ahead.
You really just want to kill Habrot with the Scourge this turn, right? That's the only thing you really want to do.
Yes. Meanwhile, we forgot to go through Mataius's deck. So Mataius, with this particular lineup is bringing 3 Dance of Death, 3 Dreams of Talit, 3 Granite Skin, 3 Impervious, 2 Kurumo Judgment, 3 Lure of the Tainted, 3 Presence, 3 Psychic Shield, 3 Rampant Hatred, 2 Release the Spirits, 3 Stone Barricade, Topple, and 3 Triumph of the Wild. So both of these decks are available in the description. Feel free to click on the links there, follow along, see what the players brought for who brought what on which heroes.
Not too many 3 manas,
and
right?
Not too many 3 manas at all, no.
So that might turn out to be
what that lead is.
Yeah, it might turn out to be a problem if King can stay alive a few turns, because you have heavy push objectives. So if you don't have, and even for the tamer, you need to take control of them, right? So like if there are some presences around, it's quickly going to become difficult to actually be able to consistently get the outsider to kill heroes if you don't have 3 mana cards, and even then you don't have a presence and your opponent plays 3 of them. So
all right, and Jokes is going to go ahead and lead in lane number 1. This one from the deck, as you suggested. Of course, with the illusion out, it is a predicted lead, so he does know what's going on under there.
Yeah.
We're going to resolve number 1. Did get a 1. Okay, so in that case, maybe he didn't. Maybe I think he discarded the top instead, that I just didn't see him discard, but still, nevertheless, going to advance the control token.
Well, he might actually have kept it because 1 was enough to put it at the end anyway, and was like, I don't want that card later, so I'm fine flipping it now. And if I discard it, I don't know what I'm going to throw away next, and it could be a useful card.
That's
like
true.
An ultimate, or it could also be a useless card, but like if you're sure you don't want that one, and you're happy with the 1 mana lead, then I think that's a good one.
And we do see a 3 mana lead coming out from Habrat, which is going to push the second control token all the way down against the tower, which means now, if Mateus doesn't defend at least one of these lanes and win by the Scourge by the by the Tamer with the Scourge by the end of the next turn, Invasion is now a possibility for Jokes.
Yeah, that was an ultimate led, so like, yeah, obviously he didn't know what Yami would do. So like if you lead from the deck, Yami had the opportunity to like do something else. But here, if he had a 2 mana cards, Yami could still have done the same play, and he would have gotten the token all the same, aside the tower.
Yes.
And
3 lead in the middle, as we suspected. So Mateus does win control of the Scourge. So this is actually an interesting question here, because you could trade out Habrat and Hokusai, and then just wail on Ekrit since you're already adjacent to her. But it looks like no, this is the smarter play. We are going to go after Habrat, as we suggested, a move action, a siphon action, and then the attack swing. Which, by the way, I forgot. Habrat will have +1 armor, so he would need a +2 to kill him. The siphon will do 5 damage, as we do round up in Skytear. So he'll go from 9 to 4, or from 9 to 4, but then he would need a +2 on the swing for the kill.
It's a bit interesting that he chose to do that with Yami, because it forced the move. If you had done with Hokusai, you could have skirmished as a first action. Oh, but it needs to be into the dome. My bad. Yeah, I haven't said anything.
Yeah, has to be in the dome.
Ignore me. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to see the Siphon ability. That's going to deal 5 damage, brings Yami from 14 to 9, and Habrat. This is going to kill me, getting Habrat and Hokusai on the same.
He's going to die. Like, Habrat's dying here, right? Because you attack and you have two flips, and you need a +2 over the 2 card. Well, he might stay alive, but like it's unlikely.
Well, let's see what happens. There's the attack, +1, and a +2. All right, just got him.
So that's 1 point on Tamer from
Mataias. Is out.
Yeah. It feels like it's going to be a very contested game, because like next turn we're already in a situation where both players can win the game, right?
Yes, but as we mentioned, Mataias does have the momentum advantage, because in this situation, Tamer will be resolvable.
Yes and no, because like, yeah, I slightly disagree actually, because I think King has the position to win by only making his opponent not countering him. Like, you know, he has to prevent the token to move away, where Matai's actually needs to actively kill someone from
so here's
full
the
health.
thing too. But here's the thing. So with the right lane there, the left lane from our perspective, number 2. If you just use Yami to move over the minion, attack the minion, lead, and then you just have Ishitosk stay right there, Akuti can't prevent the token from moving one away. Just use Vorhild and Hokusai to blow up Ekrit, and then Shafathi can do whatever he wants. And then you get the Scourge again as Matai's, and then you just kill Ekrit and win the game.
Well, Shafathi could end in that lane, actually, by moving his illusion with a worship, skirmishing, no target, swapping his position with his illusion, and then leading into that lane too. So like it's not done.
But what you have to remember though is that Matai's was running Triumph of the Wild, which means that if that illusion tries to go too far, he can just spike it and then whoops.
Yeah, that's true. But
also, we do see Vorhild playing Presence.
Yeah, that's a good move, I think, because like you need to ensure you're gonna get that dome, right?
Well, she's with that control, that's gonna almost certainly get the dome.
Yeah, and shapeshifted, she won't be too easy to catch now. Like, I don't think Shifeti will be able to kill her in one go.
We do see the attack action there declared against Ekrit, so this will be 3++. 2 plus 2s, all right, that's going to be 4 damage going through.
It's a bit sad that she's marked, because then your worship doesn't work. Like, you won't do any damage. It's a bit unfortunate here.
But nevertheless, it does give Ishitosk more options.
Yeah, but because you lost the lane first turn anyway, having killed the minion, does it matter if there were a third minion on that lane one? Would it matter? I think you would be happier with a quick mark here, honestly.
I think that the pillar is just mostly to reposition where you want Ishitosk and Yami so that they can do things in that lane without having to attack anything, or excuse me, without having to move. They can just kind of attack.
Yeah, I agree. But then Ekrit would be like, she would be 3 less HP now, plus the flip of Hokusai. So like she would potentially already be in the Scourge dying area, right?
Well, as it stands,
let's be honest. It's likely gonna happen before the end of the round anyway. But
yeah. So if Ekrit doesn't move, the Scourge can actually just kill her right there, because with Hokusai you could siphon her down to first of all, she hasn't been attacked by Hokusai yet, and she's also almost certainly going to at least get worshipped by him.
Yeah.
As it stands right now, Siphon would take her to 6. Reckless Swing is 3++, and then the attack is 3++. So even with her armor deflecting 2 points from the second 2 actions, still likely that you're going to flip high enough that you'll be able to kill her.
Yeah, that's likely. Yeah.
But let's see what happens here. So we did see Vorhild finish her action off by shapeshifting herself again. That unless there is a Release the Spirits coming in from Safathi, Vorhild is perfectly fine. She's 2 away, which means that Ekrit cannot yeet her out of the dome. And we do see Akuti going now, so this should be interesting to see how this works.
There is a time warp that might help Ekrit to get a little bit out of danger zone. Redirect could also help a little bit, but like it's not a massive help. What else could help her?
Let's see. He doesn't have Flux, so he can't Chasm.
Yeah, and he can't suicide her, right? So.
Right.
Yeah, there isn't.
Akuti's going to bring her own presence. So.
Yeah, that's even. Yeah. I mean, denying the dome would be an option, right? That would work.
Yeah, that's true. If you tie the dome, then you can just win the invasion that way. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you just remove the match. Like you just completely remove the victory condition from the equation anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like because Akuti stayed in the lane, and you can't play any cards during outsider activation. So like I'm really not sure that redirect would be enough to save a crit. Like, oh, sure, it will help, but save her. Slightly not sure about that.
And there's a redirect or a release the spirits just flipped up on that attack action against the minion there. Also important to note,
I think
Akuni did not reposition her illusion, which means that she cannot kill off the second minion.
Yeah, but she's probably gonna lead with the last action.
Yeah, she did. Yes, she led from the deck with a prediction there.
It's like it's worth more than one minion if you're winning the lane, because you're killing the minion with the effect anyway. If you're losing the lane, it's a worse choice.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we do see the like, worship action.
Yeah. Worship from Yami, yeah.
No, this was the worship from Ishitask. They removed the pillar.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Ishitask. Oh, yeah, Ishitask is activating.
Okay, so Ishitask's going to pop over there. That minion's going to get flipped on by Yami. We're going to see... Ooh, you hate to see the +3 on the minion flips. Lucky.
I mean, yeah, it would be better off someplace else, but...
Okay, so now...
At that point, you still can't play any ultimate. Yes. Your turn too. We need to move the token by one.
Oh.
If you can move the turn.
You are correct. We are. Yep.
Thanks.
We are on round number 2. And a lead from the hand for the Ishitask. So with that presence play, unless Mataiz commits Hokusai over here as well, lane number 2 actually ends in a draw. So.
Yeah, but maybe he had. Oh yeah, from the hand. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because.
Does it though? Because like, no, I think you're still winning the lane. Akuti is still winning the lane for now, right? Because she's got the presence and she's got a minion with her. Oh no, my bad. Oh sorry, the minion is Mataiz.
It's Mataiz' minion.
Yeah, so Mataiz is actually winning the lane. No, he's winning the lane now.
Oh yeah, no, he is winning by 1. You're right.
Yeah, he can't be tied. That was my point. I took the minion on the wrong
so
side,
leave Yami over there, and then you win the lane, and you push it away.
Yeah. But it means you need to keep Yami in that lane, right? Or bring Ogosai instead, but like you need people in that lane.
Oh! Okay, so now that Ekrit's coming out...
Yeah, so now she's gonna...
Interesting.
She's gonna even out the lane.
Mm-hmm. Well, she would actually swing it by 2, right? Because if she kills this minion, that's -1 for Mataiz
she's gonna kill
+1 for jokes.
Yeah. But the problem I see with that is that it really doesn't make her any safer. Because like Hogosai can move into range, like by being just between the Nexus, the dome, and the line that separates the 2 hacks in front of the Nexus. So you're in range, you can worship, she lose her arm or she takes some damage, and then you can like skirmish targeting her or something. Maybe not even targeting, like you just get closer to contribute to the token. You don't even
so here's the thing though. Yeah, so here's the thing. You can choose one of 2 things. You can either protect your lane as Mataiz and risk losing the dome.
I don't think you risk.
I don't think lose the lane.
No, you don't lose the dome because yes, you're first player, but your opponent lost a hero, so you will have the last call, and you've got a presence and a free lead in the dome, so you can't lose it. It's not possible.
That's right. I forgot. Vorhild did play presence.
Yeah.
I apologize. I did forget the presence. So yeah, so Vorhild's perfectly fine there in the dome.
It's like you've got a contribution of 4 already, so like. Your opponent, by putting a crit outside, is just conceding the dome.
Auto loses the dome, actually.
The thing is, like, by not putting her outside, you still lose the dome. You just ping Hogosai into the dome. Because, or Yami, you ping one of the 2 heroes into the dome. But, but like, you're still losing it anyway. So, yeah. That's not great.
Yeah, I guess you could move... You could move Hokusai, worship on Ekrit, and maybe skirmish just to get her low, and then deal a little bit more damage with Yami, put Yami on the edge of the dome, get control of the Scourge, run over, and smack Ekrit.
Yeah, exactly. Hogosai comes down, he worships on Ekrit, he skirmishes. Whether you want to target or not is a good question. but that
Yeah.
way is in range of the control token. And then you can just use Yami to nuke her down a little bit more, and depending on what Shavati is done, you go back into the dome or you don't.
Yes.
If you don't, you win the lane. If you do, I think it dies.
I mean, I think Ekrit
Ogosai.
dies here either way, because she's going to take anywhere between 1 and 4 damage from this flip, because Mataiz doesn't have any -1s, and he only has 3 zeros in his deck. It's likely that this Hokusai Purifying Flame is going to do somewhere between 2 to 4 damage. Or not, because Hokusai's not going over there.
I find Ekrit positioning a little bit. I think it could have been a bit better. If you position her between Yami and Ishitosk, you put Yami at risk of taking a redirect on an attack. Whether, well, I mean, providing that she doesn't worship first, obviously, but.
Well, it is worth noting Yami does have fast from the previous activation as the skirt. Oh, and another +3 on the minion. You hate to see it.
Yes and no.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I think you don't care, right, at that point, because.
I would rather just see the +3 being used on a hero as opposed to a minion, but.
Sure, but the thing is, like, if Ekrit doesn't die here, it's not because of a +1 difference, right? I see no world where like a one. I might regret those words in like 10 minutes, but no. I mean, at the end of the round, I might regret those words, but like right now, I don't see a world where that 1 health makes a difference. I think she's gonna be like either perfectly safe because you've got an ID to save her, a good one that's gonna save her.
So the one thing that is worth noting. Well, keep in mind, with her current positioning, she does get the benefit from Cooties' Illusion, so she does have an extra armor point right now.
Yeah, which makes
so that will make it
even weirder, right?
Yeah. I mean,
that
because here's the thing,
Shafathi
Shafathi kills a minion and then leads, and then Jokes just wins lane number 1. So...
I think if you attack her with Yami,
and then a lead action also from the hand.
If you attack her with Yami, you're probably gonna deal at least 2 damage total, right? So she would be at 10.
Sure.
Yeah, it's actually, I really don't agree with that Ogosai play in retrospect, because you're right. Like with the +1 armor, which I completely forgot about, Ekrit staying alive might very well be down to 1 HP actually.
Yeah. Well,
because Yami might put her to 10, and then the Scourge would like siphon her 5 HPs, and then the Scourge still has to do 5 damage, and 5 damage with the 2 armor is not guaranteed at all.
Right. So maybe Yami.
No, Yami's a 2+ attack, so
but...
she might decide to destroy the illusion with the attack.
I was gonna say destroy the illusion and then just use like Worship and Skirmish to do a little bit of chip damage. That might be the option. As King says, my bad.
Do you have...
Go ahead.
I'm having a look at MataisG's deck.
Oh. He does have Triumph of the Wild, and Ishitosk still has mana. So if he does have that, he might just spike the illusion.
Yeah, there is also the Lure of the Tainted, which could do some extra damage, and then you're like, yeah, sure, I attacked, like, you attack the illusion with Yami, and then you worship on Ekrit, and you play the Lure of the Tainted, so like you're dealing 2+ additional damage. So like that kind of compensate the fact, it completely evens out the fact that you haven't attacked her, right?
Yep. All right. Well, no lore, no wild being played just yet here, if they have it, so that's not going to make an appearance.
And no attack on the illusion. That's interesting.
No attack on the illusion either. That is very interesting. All right, so...
So that's the flip damage on the crit. So it's not a lot. It's 1
3
damage.
damage from the attack. -2 does 1 damage, puts her at 11.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on this.
No, I really don't like the Ogosai play. Like, the -1 armor here was really important.
And now a skirmish. Not sold on this
Yeah,
action.
so
Plus
that's
2
0
does nothing there
damage.
either.
Yeah, that's really, really not.
Oh, but we're popping the flux.
Oops.
Popping the flux. Is it a Kuruma judgment? Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
3
Bang, bang,
damage
bang.
piercing. Okay, that's a bit
Yes.
scary now.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that'll deal 3 damage piercing. That'll put Mark on Akuti and Shafathi, which does not really do much of anything because Hokusai is on the other area side of the map, and
Yeah.
Shafathi already has 0 armor.
But Ekrit takes 3 piercing, so she's at 8.
Yes.
You put down to 4 with the Scourge, halving
And then
your
you just swing.
HPs, and then you swing.
Yes.
The thing is,
Yeah. With
you swing at 3, so you still need to flip a +3.
correct.
Which
So
isn't great, right? Given that you've already flipped 2 on the minions, and which makes me lie again, like, yeah, if it goes down to that, then you're super unhappy having flipped 2s on minions.
yes.
I
don't know about
really
this.
think putting Ogosai on that other side actually loses you the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, he isn't going to do anything here by himself.
Nope. That was. I mean, he
And
played a
he would
rampant
really
lead
have
there
killed.
too.
Yeah, he would truly have killed the crit, right? The
Alright,
-1
so both
armor
players led
here.
with 3s.
-1 armor here would be Ekrit being at 6.
Okay,
instead of
here's the
8s.
thing. So here's the thing. Both of the lanes are won by jokes, which means that if this kill doesn't come through,
Yeah,
it's game
Jokes
over.
won. Yeah,
Like,
and I think Jokes won because I don't see Ekrit dying.
So here's spoiler alert because I cheated and put myself as black color, which means I can see everything. Mateus has Triumph of the Wild in his hands. Like, why didn't he spike the Ekrit illusion using Ishatosk?
Because he forgot. I think he forgot.
Apparently.
He forgot the +1
I mean, he
armor.
had to have. But even so, even if you forgot it, like once you did the worship, use it before you attack and skirmish. Like, he lost damage from not spiking the illusion. And like, this could make the difference here. So Siphon's going to bring it to 4. If he doesn't flip a +2, I mean, if he flips a +2 here, then it are
No,
+3.
+2 is not enough. You need +3.
Yeah, no, +2 is not enough.
Yeah, no, I think that there was
+1.
Yeah,
No, there it is. That's only going to do 3 damage to Ekrit.
That's a bit sad.
All right, we need to chat about this because that not spiking the illusion there cost Mateus the game.
I mean,
So that's victory 2 jokes by
like,
invasion.
That or the Hokusai, you didn't actually need it that card.
Oh, like, unless we're missing anything, I think we call this game by invasion.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's go talk with the players.
Yeah, sure.
That.
Yeah. Are we talking about the Triumph of the Wild?
I had it and I forgot. I just forgot.
Okay, okay, because I have the black player on, so I can see your hand, and so I'm like, why is he not killing the illusion with the Triumph? Like, he has the card.
I forgot, and then I got to the end of Yami's activation. And I was like, oh, I didn't play Triumph, and then it was like, then we flipped for Shafathi, and I was like, I should have just played it at the end of her activation.
Yeah.
Oh my god! The funny thing, imagine the Akuti's illusion hiding behind the Scourge.
I forgot about it. It was during Yami. It was under him.
Yeah.
Well, because in that case, you could also have brought your Hokusai. He was just a side Ekrit illusion. So like by moving him 2 towards the Nexus, then 1 towards the lane 2, you could mark a crit.
Yeah.
And you probably have gotten her. And I'm not sure. Like,
I mean, I have it if I just play Triumph, but I'm a bozo.
Yeah, we both misplayed a little bit, him for the Triumph, and me because I don't know why I just set up myself. Okay, I have the last activation. But Aburat was dead, so he had the last activation.
Yeah,
so I played the whole turn like I have the last activation. So I want to say, oh, I have to play Yami also. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
fucked.
4 chances to play that and get that 1 extra damage, and I just forgot.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, seems like it's a Sunday, so everyone is tired.
End of the
week. Yes. So okay, good game anyway. You had it. You deserved to win, but you know, Skytear is so complex. You have to think about positioning, illusion, worship, card. So sometimes it's normal to just don't see a card. So good game anyway.
Yeah, good game, man.
Good game.
Oh.
All right, well, that brings the Kings of Jokes streak, not string, streak to 2 wins here. Now, you have lost another valuable comrade. Hogasai did die, so we give an 07 in the chat to Hogasai.
Habrat.
Oh, Habrat, dang it, I did it again! Man! I was literally doing that the entire game, calling Hogasai Habrat and Habrat Hogasai. So, of course, one more final slip up there, but 26 heroes left. So, for those of you in the chat, let us know who we should force Jokes to take next week. Remember that we are back on the Ashen Pass. Hogasai is an option. Habrat is not, nor is Miyuki. So, both Miyuki and Habrat have died for King. Any of the other 26 are an option.
Okay. Seems good.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up here?
Go Taulot.
Take your time.
Admirable and accurate.
Yeah. Check things, and once you've checked the game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, everyone. Well, then, on behalf of Aethusium, King of Jokes, and Mataiz, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next weekend when we're back for episode 18. Jokes will defend his streak against the next challenger, which I don't actually have up because I'm not prepared ever. But he will need to defend on the Ashen Pass against the intrepid, the ingenious, the ever-charming...
Who?
E-Dubs!
Ooh,
That's
nice.
gonna be an interesting one. Yeah.
That's going to be fantastic because I'm pretty sure C-Dubs is going to make us a great... C-Dubs, so for those of you who don't know by now, C-Dubs does the pre-game splash screens for us for each week. So I can't wait to see what kind of enhancements he makes for his personal portrait. This is going to be great.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you. For
Good afternoon, everyone.
Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Don't miss the next Skytear Sunday next week, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.